idea as to where they might have buried that mummy, but you have to think about it. So even nowadays, people believe mummies are cursed. But back, oh, there's Toby. But back in 1908, you had no choice but to bury that mummy on your property. Wouldn't you bury it as far away from your house as you could get it? That's my thought. Now we'll get more into the mummy here in a little bit. First, I'll tell you more about Sarah's house. So Sarah,
you're not supposed to pet the cat.
She got married and she never had children.
It's a nice day. It's kind of warm. It's in the 60s right now. And we're leaving Fort Worth and going to, I forgot where we're going. Galveston. Going to Galveston Island. So here we go. Quick tour of the room. There's Braden. I like that big picture up there. That's pretty cool. So our TV, pretty small compared to the, I guess, I don't know. We've got like a 78-inch TV at home, so everything's gonna be small. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Here is a view of the pool, the palm trees, and we got a pool view. The golf is behind us, so I guess the rooms across the hallway are the ones that you can see the stuff from the golf. Pretty spiffy. Hi.
Hello.
Do what? Do what? I go with texting. Do what?
Come on, Brady.
What's up, buddy? Hey. Hopefully that looks good. I'm on the Canon today. Bright.
Jacket.
There's the elevators. Where you going? Here's our lobby. Pretty spiffy, if I do say so myself. Thank you. There's a fireplace. That's pretty nice, yeah. That's pretty cool.
What?
Go touch it, see if it's warm.
Do you swim in it or not?
Yeah, go touch it, see if it's warm.
Oh.
Cold?
No. Yeah. Very cold.
You know, I don't know. Here we go. Inside. Good morning. Here's our view from the daytime. We're gonna get up and go have some breakfast now. Here's our place, and this is the Gulf. We're here on the seawall. We're at the Strand. We're gonna have some lunch. Going to the Shark Shack. Looks like they got some leftover stuff from Mardi Gras. But it's July. It's January. Looks like they're doing some retrofit on this building. Some renovation. Pretty cool. That's good. Here we are at the historic Strand. Look at La King's. That's where we go and get yummy stuff. Jamaican me crazy. I get it. Jamaican me crazy. Alright, I'm gonna cross here, cross over the other side. I guess we'll cross here. Guys. Hey, buddy. Yep. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi, YouTubers.
How are those shrimp tacos, man? How's your salmon?
Once we cross the Mexico border, all the lots for the businesses right near the freeway.
Alright, here we go. Don't forget your food. There's the aftermath. I was saying, there's the aftermath. We got a live band over here, but we ate at the Shark Shack, which was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hurt you guys over here.
Here we're at La King's Confectionery, which has a lot of amazing sweets to eat here. I love the orange slices. Do they have them here? Oh yeah, orange. Those are amazing. Good stuff, man.
Thank you. Welcome. This is cool. You can tell this is not contrived.
Yeah.
This is like what it was.
Yeah. The cool thing about this, it's also got a
right there, okay?
Also, so it's touchscreen too.
yeah. Check it out. It's got a thing on the front so I can see what I'm shooting if I face it towards me.
And is it the same quality?
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't change. It tells something on like 1080p, 60 frames.
You know what's so cool? This is like, we just took away the power from all those.
Yeah.
Hey guys, smile.
What town are you in? Would it be Galveston?
I don't know.
Scoops ahoy. There's ahoy, but not scoops ahoy. That's pretty cool. We'll head out here. Nice scooter.
Ferry Road is relatively near.
There's our ferry. Like an air traffic control tower, but for boats. That's funny, the current had him drifting for a second. You can see he's kind of coming in at an angle. What a beautiful day. Look at the sun shimmering on the bay here. Up the middle. We are moving.
It's like you can drive your car right up to the thing.
Some places you can even camp, pitch a tent, and stay in overnight.
That's what these guys are doing, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Also, yeah, they don't want to be too close to the water because they're tired.
Check it out, we back right up to the beach. Can't do that in Florida. Hope that Jeep doesn't get stuck. I don't have my Jetta to pull them out. Hey, hands on the wheel while you're driving.
What?
Hey, you can be a TikTok. Sit over there and pretend you're driving.
Hi, babe.
It's really cold now.
Yeah. What do you think's gonna fall? That was fun.
Imagine going down the stairs.
Get ready for another.
Alright, we're getting ready to do a ghost tour. What do you guys think?
Very
Ghost tour.
I got the deer from Chipotle.
I'm fine. I was sitting in my. Yeah, no, he said we're gonna hit the steps. And I sat right into his neck. I was like a little midget.
Here we are outside of the library,
We're all at home.
waiting on
The
our
Colonel
ghost
Fun.
tour. See some ghosts. Hi, Preston. Ready to see some ghosts?
I don't think
Aren't you guys ready to see some ghosts?
I'm ready to see some ghosts.
Actually, if you look at these two trees there, that's the last one. Those are actually trees that survived the Hurricane Ike. That's the before. They pulled the house because they were full of trees, and when they started breaking up the concrete, they didn't want to disturb those trees. They tore out the concrete and bring us back to the house. They had one piece grow through the floor. They're taking razor knives, cut one side of the roof, and they got one. So, yeah. Knowing that, though, that tells me there's a pretty good chance there might be 121 skeletons right there in the trees. Giant oak tree on the island, you see like that? They were used, they're planted up. This is our example of demonic activity on Galveston.
demonic.
This place is a crime scene. Yeah, demonic activity, yes. This place is also a crime scene. People like to hang out here all the time, do all sorts of illegal things. So I do have permission from the police to bring the group on the property and check it out. However, as part of that agreement, I do have to go over there by myself first, make sure there's nobody back there doing it, especially when there are kids in the group. Make sure there's nothing going on back there, and if there is, I gotta run them off. So I'm gonna have y'all wait right here where we got a lot of light. I'm gonna go check that house out. When I come back around, I'll call you across the door again.
How long should we wait if we don't come back?
I feel like we should brace ourselves for a jump scare.
I'm looking up in the windows.
Nothing happened yet.
Oh, there he is.
Yay!
Glass closet. Like in World War II, the invasion of Normandy in France. So yeah, the Normandy Inn. When it was built, we call it that because that's what it was most.
Oh wow, look at that.
What?
I see some eyes down there.
Eyes? Oh yeah.
I see some eyes down there.
Yeah, some animal. Do it again.
Use your flashlight.
Let me see the flashlight. No, it's not what it was.
Oh, it went away.
It's just a can.
No, it's moving,
Oh.
it's moving, it's moving. Cat, to your right, to your right. To your right. I got to the right. It's somewhere there.
Alright.
Where? It's somewhere over there. I just saw it right.
Oh, wow.
Right in front of your face.
Alright, cool. Let's go.
Now, he just brought back a phone. He's a really nice guy. Maybe it's owner though, he was a killer. Now, other than stories about Toby, so the first floor of this house, it's all just common areas, living room, den, dining area, things like a kitchen. The second floor is where most of the rooms they rent out are. And over the past couple months, he has renovated, added a couple new rooms in that building, but most of the people I've had on tour were staying on the second floor right there. The third floor, that used to be an attic. They did convert it to a suite a couple years ago, but I've only had 2 groups on my tour staying up there, and I've had one person tell me a story, and I'll tell you about that as well. But I've had 3 different groups tell me that they were staying on the second floor, and some weird stuff happened. And it was the same thing. So apparently that sailor that died up there was a clean freak, because all 3 of those groups, months apart, told me the same story. They said they got a little bit tipsy before they went to bed. They left a big mess when they went to bed, and they woke up to find their toothbrushes in the toilet. Now, I was standing right here telling the same story a couple months ago, and the caretaker Bobby was out here walking his dogs. You heard what I was talking about, I guess. He puts his dogs in the yard, comes out the gate. He says, "Hey, that just happened today." We all looked at him. What do you mean? He said, "There was a lady staying up on the second floor. I woke up this morning, she was screaming and cussing." So I went there to see what was wrong. She had just bought one of those really, really expensive Sonicare toothbrushes, and it was in the toilet broken. Alright, so this house is the childhood home of Lucy Hickenlooper. Lucy was a piano prodigy, and by the time she was 6 years old, she could play anything you could imagine. Beethoven, Bach, Mozart, you name it. So her parents took her to Europe because they wanted her to play in front of kings and queens. She did. Nobody really heard her music, though. Instead, they heard her name. They said, "Lucy Hickenlooper, who is this hick?" So she changed her name to something they thought sounded a bit more European, Olga Samara, and it worked. She was the first woman ever to play a solo show at Carnegie Hall. She was also the first woman ever to teach at Juilliard. If any of you have ever seen the old black and white Steamboat Willie cartoons, the Mickey Mouse ones, she was the piano player on those. Now, as an adult, Lucy lived in New York City because of her job at Juilliard, but every chance she had, she was right back here in Galveston. It was her favorite place in the world. When she died of a heart attack, it's believed that her spirit came right back to this house to stay as her final resting place. In 1991, a man named Mr. Galacia bought this house on auction from the city of Galveston. It's a 5-bedroom Victorian-style mansion. He paid $12,000 for it, and he does not even live here. He bought this house because he wanted to renovate it and turn it into a bed and breakfast. He lives a few houses down. He's been trying to renovate this house since he bought it in '91, and has had almost no luck. What little luck he has been since about this past May, and it's been on the outside of the house. So yeah, everything you see, like this here, the garden here, that's maybe 2 months old. That's brand new. Actually, there was a brick walkway, but it was just up here. It wasn't over there. It wasn't over there. Actually, there was no sidewalk going off to the side there. And it was only about that wide. But if you look around and all these bricks, any brick that you can actually see words on, those were the bricks from the original walkway. So you can kind of get an idea just by looking at those how big the original one was. Now, so anyway, when he bought the place, he originally had a contractor come out. He'd start trying to work on the place. He plugged in a power tool. As soon as he plugged it in, it would blow out repeatedly. Well, eventually there was an electrical fire, so they finally said, "Bad wiring, we got to stop with this, we got to use hand tools." They start using hand tools, and anytime they turn their backs, those tools vanish. The contractor finally said, "Look, man, your house is costing me way too much money. You're going to have to work on the place yourself." So he starts working on the place himself, and he believes that Lucy is just trying to keep the place original. She's messing with anybody's tools that tries to make any changes. So Anyway, he installed security cameras all over this house. He's got one right there, and he's got them in every room. He's got about 28 cameras altogether. And the first thing he does every morning is check that footage to see if he can see Lucy. Now, another thing that he believes, or at least did for a while, was that you could catch a spirit in a mirror, and then either break that mirror or get rid of that mirror, and you would get rid of your ghost. Now, at the time, that was her favorite place to appear, in that window at the bottom of the stairs. You put a mirror there. Next day, he gets back, and it's turned around facing the street. It doesn't matter. He can come back and turn it around. He can go to the store for 5 minutes. When he gets back, there it is again, facing the street. That tells us that Lucy's a bit of a smart aleck and a bit of a prankster. She likes rubbing in the fact that that mirror does not work the way he thinks it does. He has since given up on that mirror. His new thing is the cross up there, but the day he put that cross up there was the night that I started believing in ghosts, because I did not believe in ghosts when I started giving these tours. Now back then, like I said, this is all grass. I have a lady on my tour standing over there taking pictures in that corner window. Well, she gets a picture and shows it to me, and in that window is a shadow. It looks like a lady with her hair in a bun and a big poofy Victorian-style dress. So, both me and her get on Google Photos. We start looking for old portraits of Olga Samaroff, and we both find one at the exact same time. That if we were just filled in with black, that is exactly what was in that window. So, we're not supposed to go up on the porch. As you might notice, these stairs are pretty rickety. But at the time before the lockdown, these stairs were even worse. They were completely collapsed. And I went up there anyway. I got yelled at the next day. Like I said, he's got cameras. I got the phone call the next day. But I didn't believe in ghosts. I had to see it for myself. There was no curtain right there. I went up there with a flashlight, shined that thing in every way I could. Nothing was in that room. No furniture, nothing. There was nothing that could have created that shadow. That was Lucy saying, hey, you don't believe in ghosts? Disprove this. That's what that was. Now, this is absolutely the most active spot on our tour. If you were going to catch something, it's likely to be here. This is the second of the 3 we were actually allowed to go on the property of, but we can no longer go in the backyard. Like I said, as of the lockdown, he discovered that Lucy cannot stop him from working on the outside of the house, so that's why he's actually done a lot of work. But because of that, you might notice the keep out sign. My guess is all the junk that he's torn out, the old stairs, the old storm shutters, probably got all thrown back there. He's just worried about somebody getting hurt. Other than that, though, we can go up like as close to that as you want. If you want, don't step in the garden. He put a brick right here that we can step on. You're free to walk up and down that side of the house as well. When everybody's ready to move on to our next stop, we'll gather up at this corner. We're going to head back on down that way. To Egypt. He got himself a mummy, brought it back to Galveston and put it on display in his living room in a glass case. Well, I guess he wasn't as smart as he thought he was, because he wasn't thinking about the climate difference between Galveston and Cairo. So after about 3 days, his house smelled like a rotting mummy. He had to get rid of it. So he buried it in his yard somewhere. Now, to this day, it's not been found. There have been 3 people that have lived in this house that have dug up this entire yard trying to find that mummy. It has not been found. But if this is the oldest house on the block, what does that tell you about his yard? Back then, his yard was probably a lot bigger. Give you an example. They had $2, Sarah and Mary. Now, Mary, unfortunately, she died during the storm of 1900 at about 7 years old.
Oh, kitty.
Sad thing to happen, but Sarah did survive, and after Sarah graduated high school, they built her that house as a graduation gift.
Here it comes.
That
Hi,
house
kitty,
is bigger
kitty.
than theirs. I don't think they would have done that if they didn't already own that land. You get what I'm saying? But you have an idea as to where they might have buried that mummy, but you have to think about it. It's so even nowadays, people believe mummies are cursed. But back up there's Toby. But back in 1908, when he buried that mummy, people were a lot more superstitious. So if you had no choice but to bury that mummy on your property, wouldn't you bury it as far away from your house as you could get it? That's my thought. Now we'll get more into the mummy here in a little bit. First, I'll tell you more about Sarah's house. So Sarah,
You're not supposed to pet the cat.
she got married and she never had children.
Cat.
Yeah.
The city of Galveston. Well, the
Hi,
city of
kitty.
Galveston auctioned that house off, and it became
The tail
Virginia
doesn't
Point
want to
Inn.
be pet because it's going like this.
They were pretty popular hotel at the time, and a lot of single guys would say that it was the same story. They would say late at night they'd get a knock at their door. They'd open it up.
Yep, $950,000. Not bad. It's like right there. Sotheby's. It's a good deal. It's a big house.
But what is that?
I just saw a shadow.
Clear hat?
Huh?
Is that hat clear?
No, it's black.
You probably thought that was a person that was your flashlight.
Oh no, they did. Because I know that was what it was. There's somebody in that window and all that, and I came back here. Oh, that's where they put it. Because yeah.
Alright, now we're at the spot. Which is a burger joint. Pretty cool. Check it out. Well, did you find any ghosts? How about you? Did you find any ghosts today? Go get it.
Get really drunk.
I'm pretty tired. No, they're not gonna get drunk. They're just having one drink.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have some burgers. I'll give you a sneak peek at burgers because Auntie Baby's burgers already came. So that's what they're gonna look like right here. Ours are gonna look pretty similar to ours. Ours are just cheeseburgers. The spot burger they call
I
it.
got lemon pepper wings.
Oh, did you? Oh, cool. It's John Cougar Mellencamp, ROCK in the USA. Sure you, John Cougar Mellencamp.
Order on you?
Sorry, buddy. Does the gumball machine take credit cards? Retirement home. That's cool. That's how I'd like to go out. Right here by the Gulf. Hi, babe. We've made it to Murdoch's. One of our favorite places to go and They got little souvenirs and trinkets and clothes, but pretty nice. They've got a deck so you can see things on there. See the water and the jetties. You got jetties. I don't know if you're allowed to fish on there or not, but yeah, it's pretty neat. Look at cloudless day. Well, there's no clouds over there. But yeah, it's real pretty, sunny, breezy, makes it a little cool, but it's 65 degrees. There's the pleasure pier, one of our favorites. Bubba Gump's, even though it's real touristy, we love the atmosphere there. And here we go into Murdoch's. Remember we got saltwater taffy last time we were here? Some places in Florida, I think it's Alvin's Island, if you buy like $10 or more, you get free saltwater taffy. I thought that's pretty cool. Old Jimmy Buffett down at the La-Di-Da. Down at the La-Di-Da. I better stop so I don't get copyrighted. Nice, look at all this coral. Coral is aquarium safe, but for saltwater tanks only. Pretty neat. Oh wow, it's the blue section. Everything over here is blue. Except for those black parts. What the hell's Jeff? And what the hell is that thing? I don't think the camera will pick it up. But hey, look, there's Pleasure Pier. There's Cricket's mom bugging her, calling us. Memories. Alright. Still at Murdoch's, hanging out on the porch. Got a nice sitting area with rocking chairs down here so you can sit down. They've got this thing, if you put in a quarter, you can look at whatever's out there, ships, oil rigs. So yeah, pretty neat. Cricket's talking to the dogs on FaceTime with her mom. I'll give me a Topo Chico. They got the bigger plastic bottle Topo Chicos here, so that sounds pretty refreshing. Look everyone, it's Cricket's mom.
So expensive. I'm thinking about getting some peach rings, but look, you don't even get very many.
I know. How do you get a Topo Chico? One of these. Look, everyone, it's Cricket's mom.
So expensive. I'm thinking about getting some peach rings, but look, you don't even get very many.
I know. How to get a Topo Chico? One of these. Okay, I switched it from time-lapse mode to this mode, video mode. So just wanted to make sure I wasn't shooting a time-lapse.
Give a gainer, Grandpa.
There's a ride. You can get in that hammock and go for a free ride
Instead of going there.
instead of going there. Oh, look, the Ferris wheel's going now.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Alright, watch out, guys. Oh my god. Hopefully you can read that. It says, I'm not going to read it out loud, so you can pause this video if you want to see it. HEB grocery store. It's like 4 stories. Maybe 5. We're gonna have star pizza, man. Here we are, close to downtown Houston. You can kind of see the skyline over there. We just had some great pizza here at Star Pizza. Really good. I would definitely eat here again. Maybe next time I'll get 2 pies, because the one we had was, you know, a couple slices each. I could have ate more, a lot more. It was like a New York style pizza, real thin. But yeah, I liked it. We're in downtown Dallas. We're getting close to home.